Masquera say, Zimbabwe, welcome to our channels in confessions and deep secrets. Channel, please don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe, but don't forget to comment and share this video. Masquera Zimbabwe tabigirai nyarikupisa nyakunetsa nyaya yaburitswa nefaction iri muma veterans community yabuda ichitaura iyo ichiti Mnangagwa should resign immediately. Abuda vachipiwa ultimatum muri Zimbabwe in this faction ndofunga almost Friday, the leader of the Zimbabwe National Liberation of Veterans Association, Matibela, vakabuda vachitaura ivo vachita association yavo yakaconsulta nemazimbabwean citizens kuti vaonekwe vachifambisa maprocesses ekuti Mnangagwa wange vachistep down from his position as the president of Zimbabwe. Vakabuda vachitaura ivo vachiti this was going to be their last pressure. Vachitaura ivo vachiti within a week or two pressure ichange ichiwedzera muri Zimbabwe. This was a direct confrontation kuna Mnangagwa vari kuNamibia muri Zimbabwe for the funeral yavasema mujoma paramira mushe muri Zimbabwe nyaya yakaburitswa nemaizimbabwe.com vachitaura ivo vachiti a faction within the war veterans community has dramatically escalated tensions within the ruling ZANU-PF party, declaring their intention to lead the onslaught against President Emmerson Mnangagwa and demanding his immediate resignation. The announcement was made at a press conference on Friday by Matibela, the leader of a faction of the Zimbabwe National Liberation of Veterans Association. Matibela stated that the association has consulted with Zimbabwean citizens who overwhelmingly agreed that Mnangagwa should step down from his position. Maybe our pressure today is the last. We want to address the elephant in the room as quickly as possible. It may be in a week or two the pressure will be on, Matibela told reporters, signaling a looming confrontation with the president. The development follows closely on the views of outspoken war veteran and ZANU-PF Central Committee member Blessed Bombshell Geza's public condemnation of Mnangagwa's leadership, in which he asserted that the ZANU-PF leader was not fit to run this country. Matibela made it clear that his association stands firmly behind Geza, whom they described as our Rabo Rosa, and he had strategically positioned him at the forefront of their campaign. Mnangagwa is currently facing growing discontent among Zimbabweans who are increasingly frustrated by the country's persistent economic challenges. Matibela accused Mnangagwa of failing to curb rampant corruption, which he said was bleeding the economy and plunging ordinary citizens into poverty. The war veteran leader issued a 2-week ultimatum to Mnangagwa, warning that if the president failed to address the nation's grievances, the people would take to the streets in protest against poor governance. So obviously, the government is not serious about addressing the crisis that it has created itself, Matibela said. So, when we look at citizens of this country, when we look at any crisis, we ask what is the root cause, then we deal with the root cause. Matibela emphasized that the war veterans were acting on the mandate given to them by Zimbabwean people. I'm here on behalf of all veterans and members of the public, ordinary people. We were quiet while all these other noisemakers were trying to be relevant. Guess what? We are busy consulting. Guess what? We are busy consulting, he stated. Just like what we did during the liberation struggle, we are working with the masses. We are working with the chiefs. We are working with the mass media, spirit mediums, I would say. And they have told us that all veterans, you put your government there. They have told us that all veterans, you put your government there. Sort it out. That is the challenge they have given us. They say you put this government, you sort it out. And very true, we will definitely sort it out. I'm happy that the nation at large, I'm happy that the nation at large, which is the suffering victims of this crisis, has said we will go with you veterans every step of the way. They have told us in no uncertain circumstances that this time around we must lead the onslaught where the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe must step down immediately and we are in agreement. We have reasons which we can explain throughout the night until the following morning. Matibela further alleged that Mnangagwa and his government were unnerved by the growing dissent among war veterans and were attempting to appease them with empty promises and material inducements. He announced that war veterans aligned with his faction would boycott the planned interface with Mnangagwa, dismissing it as a desperate attempt to quell the rebellion. Why suddenly now? Matibela asked. People are panicking, offering war veterans 1.5 million and the Tungwara houses. We call those small houses Tungwararas because it's a mockery. Why us alone? What about people who put you in power? What about the people who put you in power? The escalating conflict between this faction of war veterans and President Mnangagwa presents a significant challenge to the stability of ZANU-PF and the country as a whole, with war veterans vowing to lead the onslaught and the threats of the mass protest looming. Zimbabwe faces a period of heightening political uncertainty. Zimbabwe tingaziye kuti munoona sei nyaya iyi kutaura kwatiri kuita zvinomira mushe vakasukwere vakabudawo zvakare vachitaura pamusoro pekutonga kwaMnangagwa vachiti aiwa zvava kupera. Vakasukwere avo vaiva one of my leaders here, the G40 faction, vakabuda vachiresponda to a statement rakanga rabuditswa one of Varakashi uyo anozviti dambudzo Murakashi akabuda achitaura iye achiti blessed Mhlanga aifarisa nenyaya yekuda mari since now is going to rot in jail muZimbabwe. Akabuda on his ex-handle achitaura iye achiti after spending a night behind bars, blessed Mhlanga, reality he had sunk in that crime. That crime does not pay. His family was out there alone. Kumwe kufarisa nekuda mari, so tsikidzi dzotamba naye apo vafurira are enjoying the comfort of their homes, said Murakashi. Kasukwere akabuda achiresponda achitaura achiti, you are excited for nothing, young men. Politics will change very soon, and don't rely on a spent force. ED is history, and don't rely on him. Just some advice from me to you. Yakabuditswa ZW News. Vachitaura vachiti, former ZANU-PF National Political Committee Xavier Kasukwere says Zimbabwean politics will change soon and called President Emmerson Mnangagwa history. Kasukwere, who is one of Generation 40 faction leaders, was responding to a statement by one Murakashi identified as Dambudzo Murakashi. After spending a night behind bars, Mhlanga, reality had sunk in that crime does not pay. His family is out there alone. Kumwe kufarisa nekuda mari, so tsikidzi dzotamba naye apo vafurira are enjoying the comfort of their homes. Kasukwere responded, you are excited for nothing, young men. Politics will change very soon, and don't rely on a spent force. ED is history, and don't rely on him. Just some advice from me to you. ZW News muZimbabwe. Tisingaziva kumiona sei nyaya yetu dzeuza munofunga mu comment section.